Vegas, Nevada. We're in the first quarter of action, and it's Washington who is in control of the football.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Alex Highsmith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Watts. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense going back to work.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Nifty move. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far.
They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
They'll run with Gibson.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
One more time with Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Koo able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Watts. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Watts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. These two teams all tied after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense really flew around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Fowler. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Alex Highsmith
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
Washington on third down.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Forced out to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Powerful running. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. The Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Watts. It's brought in by Harris. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Watts. And that is incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fowler. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Fowler. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Gibson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And Washington has taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Coup for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Oh, Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
To throw on second down. Fowler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fowler. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. There he goes right side. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, it's Harris.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Watts. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. Well, plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Watts. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. On 3rd and 2. Watts. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble and then recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Fowler looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Fowler. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And yet again, it's McLaurin.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got it to Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson
With his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that's kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Coup now for the point after.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Darius Slayton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 4.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Fowler. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Alex Highsmith
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker, and it's 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. First down, Harris, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Watts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watts. He gets it complete to Harris. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. A throw over the middle, taken in. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Looking to throw. Fowler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Watts. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Watts. He's going to try and go deep again. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Harris. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Watts. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And for the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. That will throw downfield, is taken in by his running back. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, CD, you know, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
110 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 1st and 10, Watts. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They hand this off to Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Watts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw on 3rd down. Watts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
23 yards to pick up there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, Fowler.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is caught. But the bank judge right there to say incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll run here with Mason, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him. Bring it up 4th down.
And his kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Just don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Back to throw. Watts. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Called out a punt of 38 yards officially. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Watts. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Watts looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Watts. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That ball caught by Slayton. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
throwing on first down. Watts.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
William Jackson with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Washington offense set to take over. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson.
59 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Fowler looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
That's good. Washington. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Fowler.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Fowler. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the Super Bowl.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Fowler over the middle, complete to Samuel. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On first down, Gibson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Fowler.
He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Fowler. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Alex Highsmith make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Fowler. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 9-yard touchdown there. And Washington going to add on to their lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Johnson now returning.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watts going right side. He finds Slayton.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the Super Bowl.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Watts. Check down to Breida. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Watts. He finds his man. Complete. It's Harris. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down. Showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side on the swing pass. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. Loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great job, great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice gain there. It's going to be taken down just shy of the 20.
76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fowler, open man has got one. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And the kings of the Super Bowl are the Washington football team. They win it, and they will once again possess the Lombardi Trophy.
And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.